The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
The Carson-Newman Volleyball position previews wrap up with a look at the front line, middle blockers, and outside hitters with senior Alex Biro and Michael Watchering for the Eagles Sports Network. And Alex, for you personally here, coming off of an injury, how's the rehab been like, and what are some goals for you this season?
Yeah, it was such a long time ago that I got injured. I mean, I was thinking about it the other day. It's almost been a year. It was a long process, but I had such a good support staff with the trainers. Everybody really jumped on ship to help me out. A very consistent process, but towards the end of last semester, I felt really, really full go. And then the summer, just having a free schedule and my own kind of rest period really helped. And it was probably the best thing for me in terms of, healing my body and helping me mature a little bit. So, yeah, I mean, of course, it was a sucky thing that happened, but it wasn't a bad thing that happened.
When you look at the roster as a whole, only 2 seniors graduate from last year, and you retool with some new players as well. The experience that this group has, what's that mean entering this season to have so many players back and to be able to bring in some new talent?
Mm-hmm. It's meant so much because we always kind of joke how we're not 6 seniors, we're, 13, because we have 7 juniors under us, and we've been such a core majority group of the team for so long that it really doesn't feel much different. I mean, we miss each other's skills, people who have graduated in the past, people's skills, people's laughs, people's input. But in terms of a volleyball standpoint, this has been such kind of a 3-year team that it really doesn't feel too different. And our 3 freshmen coming in are so willing to learn, so willing to buy into our culture and our program. Seeing their enthusiasm is really nice to see because it just means this can run as smoothly as possible.
When you look at the middle position, one of those 2 seniors, Natalie Harris, she was pretty much a 4-year starter for this group, but you've played 3 years. Katie Parnell now has 2 years under her belt. You bring in Kana as well, who has a year of D2 volleyball under her belt, freshman as well. What's the competition like on a daily basis in that middle portion?
Yeah, well, the past couple of days have definitely just been learning days. For me, it's kind of like a reconditioning, bringing back old things that I know and that I've been able to watch over the last season. Katie's just bringing back all her experience. Kana is, still trying to learn a little bit of our system, but she can adapt so quickly. She's such a natural athlete. And Grace is equally willing to learn, and she brings so much physical talent that, as soon as she can get the fundamentals down, it's just going to be a 4-part circus. It's just going to go really well. But the competition between us is going to be really fun.
Depth is a big theme for this team. You go to the pins now, and let's look at the outside. Megan Oldenburger, Marnie Streeter have been all conference picks in their careers. 2 elite players out there, plus you have Joy Rhodes. What do you see from the outside position this year?
Oh, they're pushing each other so much, and it's so fun to see. We've kind of combined the left and right pins in terms of everybody's a hitter. Everybody's going to learn how to hit from both sides. Everybody's going to be efficient on both sides. To make the excuse that that's not your position just doesn't exist anymore. So seeing all that effort really pushes each other to help themselves, help each other, and it's just making everybody a lot better, a lot more mature, a lot more well-rounded. Joy has worked so hard to be such a competitive force from the outside. Erin, Kendall, they've really structured and matured in their right side responsibilities. So it's really just a constant push and pull of competition between all of them because they just all bring so much to the table.
I talked about this with Dave Franklin the other day. You guys are perfectly consistent, but probably not as consistent as you'd like in terms of wins and losses. You guys have been on that tournament bubble the last 2 years, 1 tournament appearance, one where you're probably just a game away from getting in. How do you guys find the consistency to take that next step forward to be a 20-win, maybe a 22, 23-win team?
Yeah, we talk about it a lot because our physicality is there. It's always been there, at least over the last off season, but now bringing back all of our experience, it's really just building our mental game, which we've worked so hard on. So I definitely think the mental aspect of it is going to be our driving force, and we're super aware of how to control our mentality and our effort and our emotion, and combining that with our physicality this year is just the perfect storm that we've been waiting for. So it's going to be exciting.
Alex, appreciate the time. Best of luck this year.
Thanks. You're welcome.
She's Alex Biro. I'm Michael Watchering, and this is the Eagle Sports Network.